Hey guys, Dr. Tina here. I wanted to make a quick video because I keep getting the same questions and I wanted to clarify a few things for you. It's about the virus. Number one, we all have to be exposed to the virus. I'm going to say that again. We all will be exposed to the virus. Something that people seem to not be getting clearly is that they think if they stay inside, they won't get the virus and the virus will go away. That's not why they're quarantining us. They are quarantining us to slow the roll on the hospital system so that the hospital system doesn't get overwhelmed. But we still are all going to get the virus. Now, that said, several of us will get it and have no symptoms. We'll be asymptomatic carriers. I'm so done listening to people talk about how there's no such thing as asymptomatic. It's just not how viruses work. So they're either pre-symptomatic or they're asymptomatic, but they're healthy people who get it and show no signs. But they could be shedding the entire time. That's why they're encouraging us to mask up, so that if we're walking around spewing it out through our aerosolized, yes, aerosolized, I said that word, that is correct, aerosolized breathing, coughing, talking, singing in church, we don't spread it all over the place. Please don't argue with me on that. That's literally how this works. That's literally the science behind this. If you want to freak out, go freak out somewhere else. I know you're scared, but this is how it goes. Secondly, we're hoping that if we can slow the roll, we'll find better medication combinations to help treat the people who do get sick so that they don't die. But the same amount of people still have to get sick. Okay, I'll get to the vaccine word in a minute. Just hang in there with me. We have to get a certain amount of the population, 70 to 80%-ish, to actually get infected and clear it, or die, which is going to happen to some, before this all slows down, before the virus chills out. The virus has to go through our immune systems to calm down. It's very virulent right now, and it needs to mutate in a way that it becomes a little bit more friendly, and that requires it seeing and being exposed to and being processed by our immune system. So a huge percentage are going to get it, not even know it, or be very mildly ill and move on through. Some of us will get it and get sick. Some of us will get it and get very sick and die. So if you're hiding in hopes that you won't be exposed, I'm sorry to let you know you are incorrect. You will be exposed. Now, back to the vaccine part. Okay, well, there's going to be a vaccine. Everybody's sitting around thinking, okay, I'll stay inside, I'll wear my mask, I'll hide out, and I won't get any infection, and I'll wait for the vaccine. Okay, that's a great theory. However, even if they produce the vaccine, if it came out tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you why that's not going to happen, but if it came out tomorrow, it would still take a ton of time to mass produce it and distribute it worldwide and actually have enough healthcare providers to inject everybody. That would take a long time. So best case scenario, my guess, and I'm not, you can argue with me if you want on this, I'm guessing just from what I've been keeping up on, we're looking at 2 to 3 years for the vaccine. Probably not going to happen that soon, to be honest, in my opinion. That is my opinion. You can tell me I'm wrong, because there has never been a coronavirus vaccine that's been successful. The SARS-1 vaccines that were attempted didn't do so well. They didn't do so well at all. There's 4 coronavirus strains that circulate through the human population, and that's what causes the common cold. So if we had a vaccine that was effective and actually worked, we wouldn't be getting the common cold. So now if we do get a vaccine, it's going to be just like the flu. It's going to change every single year, and they're going to have to guess what that strain is each year. Okay? That's assuming it's safe. Now, here's the thing about vaccines. If it goes through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and it passes, and then we start to see really bad side effects from it, they're going to pull it, and it has to go all the way back to phase 1. So you can see that there's a time lag. And here's the most important part. By the time that all happens, it's probably going to have made it through 70 to 80% of the human population of the planet. You see the conundrum? So your only option is to survive this or not. And your chances of surviving it are much higher if you're healthy and if you can get your health house in order. That is why I am harping on this, because this is literally how this works. This is my best understanding. I'm not a fool. I'm not new to this. I'm also not a virologist or an immunologist, but I have spoken to many and I've spoken to epidemiologists, and I've spoken to infectious disease docs, and we all agree. This is how this works. So you can keep looking around for different information, but when I told this to somebody the other night, their face got all crinkled up and they looked really concerned, and they were like, but I thought we would just stay home and there would be a vaccine. People are also thinking that if someone doesn't look sick, then they must not be sick, and then therefore there's no concern with them. That is entirely untrue. They could be rocking on through the virus without even knowing it. Have you ever gotten the flu and you just made it through with like, I have a headache and some joint pain, I don't feel great, and your loved one in your family like gets 105-degree fever and it's the worst sickness of their life? Same thing. You're both contagious, but one of you is experiencing severe symptoms and the other isn't. Those symptoms are the immune system's response. We're all having a different immune system response. This is coming down to our immune system's ability to handle it and whether or not our bodies decide to freak out and have a cytokine storm and get overblown. So that's a whole other discussion. I just wanted to put this out there. I hope this is helpful. I realize that people are dying, and I'm not making light of that at all. And in fact, I've said this before and I'll say it again. My parents are sitting ducks for this. I don't anticipate both of them being here a year from now. That's the truth. I'm concerned for my own well-being, as we all are, because I have some autoimmune stuff and I have a propensity towards lung issues. So I get it. I get that we're all scared, but I wanted to just share with you that this is actually how this works. So you're gonna probably be exposed to the virus, and you're either not gonna have any symptoms, you're gonna have light to mild symptoms, you're gonna have more severe symptoms, or you're gonna have very severe symptoms and potentially death. And that's how this goes. It's a pandemic. It's real. It's a virus. This is what viruses do. We know a lot about viruses. We don't know everything about this one, but we sure do know a lot about viruses. There's a lot of them out there that have been studied. So I hope that's helpful. I'm not trying to cause any panic. Please don't freak out on me. And if you get volatile or hostile, I'm going to delete your comments and block you. I'm not up for debate anymore. I don't have the energy. I'm really trying hard to get you guys information that you need to understand. And this is not controversial stuff. This is literally how viruses work. So best of luck to everybody. We're all in this together. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself and get your health in order.